Rancheros with my brother Tristan and my grandfather Papa.
Thank you, William. So there's an order to which you prepare refried beans and Huevos Rancheros and all of the items. And let me say we're going to start off, first of all, with Jimmy Dean sausage. And that will be all sliced and ready to go in our skillet. And we do that because that's what takes the longest. The next thing we will do is we will work with some onions, and we will caramelize them with butter, and then we will add refried beans to them. We're doing that to spice up the refried beans. And finally, we cook the huevos. Now the huevos are the most difficult because we have to steam them and don't flip them because we'll get them cooked too much on the top and we'll also risk breaking them. Finally, we will finish off steaming the corn tortillas and put the huevos on top. Next, Tristan, we're going to go ahead and do the Jimmy Dean. And the reason we're doing the Jimmy Dean first is because the Jimmy Dean takes the longest to cook of any of the items that we're going to process here. So turn the heat on low.
And now I'm going to place the Jimmy Dean sausage on the skillet. I'm only going to place 2 right now, and leave the rest for later. So I'm cooking the Jimmy Dean sausage, and I'm going to use a mitten so I don't burn my hands on the side of the skillet. And right now I'm going to flip this Jimmy Dean sausage because the bottom looks okay, and I'm going to flip the other one also.
The next step is we're going to caramelize some onions. Now what I've done here is I've melted some butter, and as you can see, they're beginning to brown a little bit, but once they're nice and brown but not burnt, we'll turn around and put some refried beans in. Our next step in this cooking process is to take the refried beans and put them into our skillet with the caramelized onions. As you can see, those onions are nice and brown, and they've been put a little butter in there to give them a sweet taste. And now we'll put those in and cut the fire down a little bit and begin to mix them into the onions. So we start off with that can, which is, these happen to be refried black beans, and they're organic from Whole Foods. So now the process of mixing these beans in with the onions begins. At this point in the cooking, we take the fire and turn it down a little bit because we're gradually mixing these onions and the beans in, and there's no big cooking happening. The only thing that's happening is we're just folding these onions, all these caramelized onions that are fully cooked, into refried beans, which have also been fully cooked, and we're in the process of warming them up and making them suitable to be served with the eggs when we take them off, which is the next step after we finish this.
What I'm doing right now is, well, Papa was cooking the refried beans. I've been flipping the Jimmy Dean sausage and mixing around with the heat. And they're turning out really well, and they'll be ready really soon. This is what the Jimmy Dean sausages should look like when they're done.
Our next step is the refried eggs themselves. Now this butter is all browned and it's ready to receive the eggs. We use a lid because what we're trying to do here is a combination of browning the bottom of the eggs with the butter, and then we pour in this Green Mountain Gringo salsa. I originally started out with Herdez when they didn't have any of this. This comes from Vermont. No preservatives, fat-free, low salt, gluten-free, and not genetically modified, and no allergens. This is hard to beat. So we use this, and this becomes the steaming part of steaming the top of the Huevos Rancheros, because what we're going to be doing is we'll be taking those off. We'll be cooking them up with the steam inside with the lid on, and we'll be taking them off. We will not turn them over, although all the white will be hard and the eggs will be soft on the inside. So now we begin.
So I'll take the eggs and crack them over the skillet.
Okay. Excellent. That's one success. No broken yolk. 2, expert at work here. 3, we're 3/4 of the way there. And the 4th egg. Wonderful. Excellent. Made in heaven. So we've got the fire, we've turned the heat up. We're going to do this. We're going to take the lid and put it on here. The steaming process won't start immediately, but it will start as soon as I pull this chili sauce in. Part of what you're trying to do, and you'll see that we probably are not going to let more than 60 seconds pass, is use an extremely hot flame at this point to bring the temperature of the skillet up so that when we put the salsa in, it'll create steam immediately. They'll cook quickly, and we'll be taking them off quickly.